How's it going, guys? We are back on Dragon Ball Legends, where we're talking about the brand new update 4.3.0, which has brought loads of awesome stuff to the Dragon Ball Legends game, including Legends Premium missions as well, which we'll have a little talk about in this video. So let's get into it.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
Alright then, guys, so I think we'll start off with the update announcement and talk about what news has come and some of the new updates that we've had. And if you haven't already, guys, make sure to hit that like and subscribe as we go through all these nice quality of life updates, to be fair. So starting off with new language added, we did know about this by the reveals and stuff, and it is now playable in Spanish. So that is quite handy if obviously your first language is Spanish, so that is quite a good thing to do for the game. You get some daily free items, so once a day you'll get some free random items. So I think we'll have a little look at that now. To claim your free item, then, you can do this in two different ways. You can either get it from the home screen here, or if you go into the shop itself, once it loads, you can actually see that you can get your once daily tap to get your free item, and it is free. So we will do that now, and let's see what type of item we get. So we get 10 skip tickets, which is not too bad. I mean, I guess it could be better. But going back to the news, it doesn't give us much information about what sort of items we can get out of this yet. I suppose the more that we do this, we'll get these sort of ideas. But I imagine it'll be like energy skip tickets, souls, things like that as well. Maybe you can get chrome crystals, hopefully anyway. But that's a nice addition anyway. They didn't really need to do that, but that's nice to add as well. So moving on then, you can get easier party formation. So by tapping on a tag of characters, detail screens will show other characters in the same tag. And you can optimize a little bit easier to make it easier to auto-select what type of team you want. Basically dependent on who's in the leader slot. So whoever's in the leader slot, you can base your team around them, which is quite nice. It's not something that I personally use because I like to make my own teams, but if you do like to use the auto feature, it'd be quite good. And I suppose it might be something that we could do as a video moving on. Doing like a auto feature battles in PvP. Hopefully we don't get too bad teams. They've added battle style to the equipment filter, so you can actually look at the actual battle styles as well. So for instance, if you have a melee character, you want melee equipment to attach to it, so that's not too bad to add in as well. Something that I do quite like, which we'll have a little look at in a second, is the UI of the menu. So they've changed the character screen to make it look a bit nicer, and to be honest, I think it does. So we'll have a little look at that now. So where this new UI is when you go into characters, and you can see it here. So you can flick along the different teams, and your leader will essentially come out there, shown with a nice banner of Legends Limited and things like that. Like I said, there's leaders and whatnot. When you go into actual party formation, equips or upgrades, they are all still there, but they're at the bottom, which you can sort of cut off a little bit on the screen, but you can kind of get the gist there. But when you go into them, everything looks pretty much the same as what we used to, other than obviously the auto select, which we talked about a little bit earlier on as well. And same with the equips and things, so we're used to these UI, so it's only essentially this main screen that they've changed, and I personally like it. Let me know down below what you think of it, and let's keep looking through the news. Okay, so that's the UI that they've updated as well. Some nice quality of life updates there, to be fair, make it look a bit nicer and things, and refreshing. So the next point to consider is some events are now easier to play. So in order to make it easier to boost characters, the boost battles for each element have been adjusted to increase the number of souls that can be obtained. So we will jump in to have a look at this, and this is quite a big update to those bonus battles if you use them quite a lot. So let's have a look at it. In case you were wondering, these are the bonus battles we are talking about, so you can do them for all different colours, and you get souls and things like that to boost the characters' things, and you can get Zenkai ones, which is out at the moment. But when you jump into it itself, as you can see, it was before. It had the individual stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now they've actually grouped them together, so you can redo them if you wanted the crystals from this again. And also, it makes it a bit easier to get souls. So I think that is a really big bonus, especially for someone who does a lot of Zenkai and things like that as well. Makes it a bit easier to do the souls, and like I said, some more crystals for us. So why would you be opposed to it? Why not? Very nice quality of life update. Going back to that news then. There are some other adjustments as well, some interesting ones. Added a button to co-op and raid results screen, returns you back to the matchmaking screen to make it a bit more easier to go back to that. In order for it to be easier to go on lots of adventures, less chrome crystals required for the haste, which I don't really use myself anyway. Make it easier to keep track of your job requests. The current number you currently have is now displayed on the adventure in the menu screen, so you can see that out of 100, I think it is. They've removed the restriction to keep characters from going on adventures and put on training at the same time, which is a massive thing. A lot of people fell for that. So if a character used to be on adventures and you couldn't train them, but that's not the case anymore, so that is a big thing. How to get details for equipment in your possession can now be viewed from the equipment details instead of just from the character, etc, etc. After completing the daily missions, the rewards will now be automatically received upon returning to the home screen, and they have also updated the daily rewards, that's the tokens that you're getting and things like that as well, so that's quite nice. A little bit of a, once again, quality of life sort of things. So a button like in the Beginner's Guide to Legends site has been added to the home screen. Load times will be improved on the title screen, we'll see about that. Added delete account option to the title screen and support. Hopefully none of you are looking to delete it, but there are some important points about the bug fixes as well, and some of you have noted it in my earlier videos. Primarily the Let's Go Legends event. So one of the bug fixes was, essentially, even if you use the start dash medals, a lot of people have been messaging me actually where they couldn't get their Torah and things like that. So that was a bug, which it looks like they have updated, which is the second one here. In full power battle, move into another screen immediately after adding an ultra character to a party would cause an effect to appear during the screen transition. So they've updated that. And some ability issues that they had with the Beerus and the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta. There's some other bug fixes as well, but that Start Dash medal one, I did want to point out because a lot of people have mentioned it on the channel. And there's some more information about upcoming updates. So quite a lot there with this current update. Going into the news section again, the next thing that we'll talk about, which is, I think, is quite big, to be honest, and it is on the run up to the 4th year anniversary, so you can somewhat prepare for your summons and things, but it's the Legends Premium missions. So jumping into the Legends Premium missions then, we'll have a little look through this as well, but these are missions that you can essentially purchase, so it is a buy sort of thing through chrono crystals, not through money but through in-game, you know, chrono crystals and CC. So you will need to purchase this using chrono crystals to unlock the missions, and you aim to clear them all. So we may even do this on the video because I personally think it is worth, although if you want to keep your crystals for obviously the 4-year anniversary, see if you can summon and get the main unit, which we think is MUI or pretty much confirmed, you might want to do that and hold out on this as well. We'll have a little look through. So there is a time frame, so it's only actually 5 days, so it's up to you if you wanted to do this. I personally think I will. So get amazing rewards from the easy to complete missions. So what you can get is Legends Limited or Sparking Multi Z Power 600. You get 3 times Sparking Multi Z Power of 200, 3 times Multi Z Power of 200 Extreme, 300 slot removers, which is a large amount of them, and they are quite scarce to get. There is energy tanks plus 100 times 10, which is actually, what, 1,000 energy that you get. Skip tickets, you get 1,000 skip tickets. Soul exchange medals, 100, which is a lot, especially if you look to Zenkai Awakening and things like that. Platinum coins times 5, so they've upped that to 10 as well in one of the recent updates. So that is good for energies and things like that as well. And gold bars times 300. So like I said, their chrono crystals are 3,000 that it costs you. And they are basically all beginner missions as well. So you have to complete all of them. So regarding the multi-Z power, so can't be usual stuff. Can't be using characters you haven't acquired. And I think the fact that you can only hold one at a time and things like that as well. So if we go back then, we'll have a little look at the missions tab where you can actually get that, and it is under the specials, and like you said, here is the Legends Premium missions. So having a little look through them then, to get the Legends Limited Power you have to complete all the missions, but they're generally quite easy. So it's win 1 time in battle, win up to, what is it, 10 times in battle, quite easy to do. KO character up to 30 times. Once again, quite easy to use. I think it goes up to 100 energy. So all of these are very easy and beginner missions. So what I'm going to do now, like I said, for me, I think it's worth it personally, just because I need quite a lot of these equipments, because obviously playing the game quite a lot. I would consider it for yourselves, especially if you are free to play, because bear in mind the anniversary is around the corner. So I'm going to unlock this and work on clearing all the missions, and then we'll come back at the end, accept them all. Alright guys, so it'll be a little while for me, a couple of seconds for you, and I'll see you at the other side. Alright then guys, so I've completed all the missions, and it didn't take me that long to be honest. I went through all the bonus battles and things like that. So it's 31 missions all together, and we are going to collect all of this, and once it's connected, there you go. So they're all the accepted rewards. It doesn't have the Legends Limited because I think it's going to go to my gift box. Yep, there it is, tell me about it, because I already have one in hand. I think I might use it on my cell to be honest. And same with slot removers as well, and same with gold bars, and we've got a chance to use that, which we will use later on after this video. But like I said, for 3,000 crystals, compare it to some of the other banners they do with the multi-Z power banners and stuff. I mean, 3,000 crystals I think is better, and the missions didn't take too long altogether, to be honest. I think it took me all of like maybe 20 minutes. All I basically did was all these bonus battles which I needed to do anyway, which cleared most of them, and then just skipped through for quite a lot of things. So just before we wrap it up as well, I do want to let you all know, as part of an update recently, not quite as this one, but as you can see a little bit down, they've got the Let's Go Legends Limited guaranteed ticket summon. Make sure to do yours and let me know what you got. I do have a video as well, if I remember. I'll put a link to that. And also with that as well, we also had, where is it? It should be here somewhere. Okay, I found this in the feedback update. The Zenkai bonus battles, which is also something that I cleared just to make sure to do those missions. Once again, we have got a short on the channel. Make sure to check that out. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much everything big on this update as a whole. Let me know what you think of the updates. It's quite a lot of quality of life. And to be honest, the things that they've done, I think, yeah, thumbs up to them. Why not? Like I said, with that pack of 3,000 crystals, I do think it's worth it. It's just unfortunate it's happened just before the 4th year anniversary, where we want to save our crystals in it. But, oh well, it is what it is. Like I said, let me know if you guys picked up that pack as well, and what you think on the value of it. And if you haven't already, guys, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Ciao.